There are no first times between two souls that once recognized each other in silence. You may not remember, but your soul does. It leans toward him not because of longing, but because it remembers. And now, the signs are returning, subtle, soft, sacred. The angels whisper, he was never a stranger. Only temporarily out of reach. There is a reason why his presence lingers in your spirit even after silence, even after distance. A reason you felt watched by invisible eyes, touched by dreams you can't explain. The threads that pull your thoughts back to him are not illusions. They are echoes of a divine pact, one made long before this life began. You were placed on his path as an answer to a prayer he never knew he uttered. Your heart is not random. It's revelation. The angels are clear. You didn't cross his life to be a chapter. You are the turning point. And now, the heavens reopen the book. You will feel it in the air, in his name showing up where it shouldn't, in the weightless ache in your chest at dawn. Because what once began in spirit is being remembered in time. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He is not avoiding you. He's hiding from a version of himself he doesn't yet know how to face. You showed him something sacred, not with words, but with presence. And that is exactly what unsettled him. The angels say, she walked in with light, and that terrified the shadows he still carries. There are parts of his heart that haven't healed, wounds dressed up as pride, silence used as armor. He learned too early to fear what's real. Love, when it gets too close, feels dangerous to a soul that once associated love with abandonment. This is why he steps back when he wants to move closer. Why his eyes carry things he'll never say. He is trying to protect what is already yours. The angels want you to understand, it is not about your worth. It is about his inner war. You are not too much, you are the first thing that ever felt like truth. And truth, for someone used to pretending, can be unbearable. Let go of the question, what did I do? And replace it with the knowing, I stirred something holy, and he doesn't know how to hold it yet. He will learn. But the lesson began with you. You don't need to vanish in order to be loved. You were never asked to disappear. The angels lean close and whisper, your light is not a burden. It's a guide. Somewhere along the way, you started believing that your softness needed shrinking, that your love had to prove itself through sacrifice. That to be chosen, you first had to vanish behind someone else's healing. But listen now, your presence was never the problem. Your devotion was never too much. You've simply been offering it to someone still learning how to receive. Now it's time to remember, you are allowed to take up space in your own story. You are allowed to hold your needs with tenderness, not shame. The love you give to others? It's medicine. But it must flow to you first. There is a version of you, waiting patiently, just beyond the guilt. A woman who glows not because she's been chosen, but because she chose herself. And when you return to her, everything else will follow. The angels say, he saw your beauty. But you must remember your own. So pause. Exhale. Come home to your own soul. You do not have to vanish to be worthy of love. You showed him what no one else dared to see. Not the polished version he offers to the world, but the raw, trembling truth underneath. In your gaze, he caught a glimpse of himself, unguarded, unfinished, real. And that dear soul shook him. The angels say, your soul became a mirror. And mirrors can either heal or haunt. He wasn't prepared for the reflection. Not of the man he is, but of the man he could be. You saw light in places he had buried, worth in wounds he tried to deny. While others admired the surface, you touched the unseen. And in doing so, you awakened something ancient inside him, hope. But hope, for a heart unhealed, can feel like a threat. This is why he looked away. Not because he didn't feel, but because he felt too much. You didn't make him uncomfortable by being too intense. You made him uncomfortable by being honest. And now, every time he thinks of you, he feels both fear and longing. Fear of what he must face to stand beside you. Longing to become the man he sees reflected in your eyes. And so he lingers in silence, not because he doesn't care, but because he's still learning how to be seen. He started to feel you, even when he thought he had forgotten. The angels whisper, her name echoes in the quiet. Her presence never really left. Something has shifted. Not loudly, not all at once, but gently, in the spaces where denial used to live. He begins to notice the emptiness you once filled. Not just your absence, but your essence. The way you made the air feel safer. The way time softened when you were near. He doesn't understand it. Not yet. But the heart knows before the mind can explain. He dreams in fragments. Flashes of you. Feelings he doesn't name. Sometimes it comes as a memory, sometimes as restlessness, a sudden ache in the middle of a calm day. And when he's alone, truly alone, something sacred stirs. The angels say, he's waking. Slowly. Silently. But undeniably. This is not the kind of awakening that sends him running back into your arms. Not yet. This is the trembling beginning, the holy unraveling of walls once built for survival. What he cannot admit, he now begins to feel. And what he feels is you. He comes back because he feels. He pulls away because he fears. The angels say, this is not rejection. It's resistance, dressed as distance. You felt the rhythm, the return, the retreat, the confusing in-between. It's not a game. It's not cruelty. It's a soul at war with itself. Each step toward you opens a door to everything he's always wanted, and everything he's been taught to fear. He desires you with a depth he doesn't speak of. But desire alone doesn't undo old wounds. Every time he reaches for you, his heart remembers how it once broke. Every time he pulls back, it's not because he stopped feeling, it's because feeling this much shakes his foundation. He thinks distance will calm the storm. But you are not the storm. You are the light after it. And so the cycle repeats, magnetized by your presence, repelled by his panic, drawn in by the peace you bring, terrified by the change you require. The angels speak. He is learning that love is not danger. But his lessons are slow. And you, dear soul, must decide, not whether he loves you, but whether you will keep spinning in circles, or stand still in your truth. You healed him, without trying. The angels whisper, your love reached places he never dared enter alone. It wasn't in grand gestures or perfect timing. It was in the way you listened without needing answers. The way your eyes saw the ache behind his silence. The way you stayed soft, even when he didn't know how to receive it. You didn't offer solutions. You offered presence. And that, dear soul, was the most sacred thing of all. There are wounds in him so old they stopped bleeding long ago. They simply stayed hidden. But your energy, without effort, touched them. And in that silent touching, something began to shift. He may not say it. He may not even fully understand it. But the soul knows what the ego resists. The angels say, he may not thank you with words, but his spirit has already bowed in gratitude. Healing never asks to be noticed. It just happens. Quietly. Authentically. Through love that expects nothing and gives everything. And so, without force, without even knowing, you became medicine. Not by fixing him, but by reminding him, through your being, that wholeness was never far. Let this be your prayer. May my love be light, not a burden. May my heart remain open, even when unseen. What feels delayed is God weaving timing into destiny. The angels lean close and speak softly. The waiting is not punishment. It is preparation. You've asked, why isn't it happening? But heaven answers, because what is sacred takes time. While he hesitates, while life rearranges in silence, something holy is unfolding. Not in your control, not in his hands, but in the space where divine plans breathe. You see the gaps, the pauses, the unanswered prayers. But the angels see alignment, calibration, orchestration. A soul being gently moved into readiness. A love being carved by something greater than willpower. Even the silence has purpose. Even the distance serves. The angels say, if you saw what we see, you'd trust the pauses more than the promises. This journey was never about speed. It was about becoming. You are not waiting on him, you are growing with him, in separate rooms of the same sacred house. One day, the doors will open. And when they do, it won't feel rushed. It will feel right. As it is written. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Isaiah 40 verse 31. He feels everything, but still doesn't know how to show it. The angels speak gently. He's not void of emotion. He's drowning in it, silently. There is love. So much more than you know. But love, in a soul unused to softness, arrives like a storm instead of shelter. He is flooded with it, and afraid that if he opens the floodgates, it will wash him away. He watches you. He memorizes the shape of your voice, the way you exist so fully in your truth. It inspires him. It scares him. Because to stand beside you would require him to reveal the parts he's never shown, even to himself. The angels say, every time he turns away, it is not from you. It is from the part of him that believes he is unworthy of being fully seen. You didn't break him. You cracked something open. And now, behind his silences, he rehearses return. In thought. In dreams. In the quiet ache that grows each day. He feels the pull. But he fears the exposure. What if he shows you his softness and you walk away? What if he loves fully and loses? So for now, he loves in hiding. But make no mistake, he feels. Deeply. Always. What is yours does not need to be chased. Only recognized. The angels rest their wings around you now, whispering, let go. Not of love, but of control. You have carried this bond with reverence. You have waited, prayed, forgiven, stayed soft. Not because you were weak, but because you remembered. Something ancient. Something real. But now, the divine asks for something harder, surrender. Not to forget him, but to remember yourself. Not to abandon hope, but to release the weight. The love meant for you will never require you to disappear to be worthy of it. The right love recognizes. It meets you whole. He may return, or he may only remember. But either way, your soul has completed the offering. You showed up in love. And that is holy enough. The angels declare, nothing true is ever lost, only transformed. So breathe. Let grace find you where effort ends. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God. Romans 8, verses 38 to 39. This was never about holding on tighter. It was always about trusting that what's yours knows the way back.